First this afternoon, it is officially spring, and it won't be long before we are digging in the dirt and bringing color to our yard and garden. And the folks from Wilson's Garden Center are here with inspiration as a Consumer's Choice Award winner. Well, you know that distinction means the people of Wilson's Garden Center offer top customer service and satisfaction. And this award is a non-biased award chosen from a collection of reviews and surveys from customers. So joining me today is the owner of Wilson's Garden Center, Ned Wilson, along with Shelli, Berry-McDaniel, and welcome to both of you.
Hi.
Thank you.
And thank you for making me feel so happy today. I said, I walked in and I saw these beautiful plants in the studio, and then, did you know they just make people light up and smile on their face? Don't you feel that, Shelli?
I do.
And especially working with that all the time. Well, hats off to you, first of all, Ned, for this award, Consumer Choice Award, because it is a distinction from your customers. It says a lot about you as a company.
Oh, we're very honored to be part of that. Absolutely. No, thank you, Columbus, for voting for us. And we've been in business a long time, over 50 years, and each year is a blessing and an interesting thing to do. And we just it's a business we love. And
you started this yourself, or does it go back another generation?
it does go back another generation. My father started as a produce market, and then we've kind of evolved into a greenhouse, and we're all about plants now.
You are all about plants, and we're going to have some fun talking about some of these. But before we get to what we have here, Shelli, I wanted to know, when people start thinking about, taking these plants outside. The weather is crazy in Ohio anyway, this year especially. When is that timeline when they, can start to do some things in their yard and garden?
Well, as far as actually planting
Yes.
in the dirt, your soil needs to be workable, but everybody is itching, like you said.
They are.
Yesterday was spring. Something like the violas there, that's something you could go ahead and put in containers now. Enjoy them on your patio, bring them in if the weather is a little bit on the
Iffy.
nasty side, yeah, and then plant them out later or leave them in the containers.
Now, this is just a sampling of what you have. Give our viewers an idea of, when they go to Wilson's Garden Center, what they're going to find.
Oh my, we have every kind of plant. We've got trees and shrubs and water plants and perennials and annuals and veggies and little miniature plants, house plants. It's just a whole world of plants. That's what we're about, as we said.
Shelli, you said that even these last few cold months, you guys have been busy.
We have. People come in just to smell the dirt.
I do love that. All right, let's go through some of what you brought today.
Okay.
And give me an example of where would be a good place to place some of these, sun, shade, that sort of thing. I've never seen this flower, Ned, and I was saying to you, I didn't know what this was.
Yeah, that's a primula. It's a buttercup, a ballerina. It's a new double one, and that yellow color is just gorgeous, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with that container like that, it really does make it pop.
And that's something that can be planted in the patio now and then brought in on that extra cold night and still enjoy it.
Shelli, speaking of patios and decks, what kind of trending are you seeing as far as what people are putting on those patios and decks to, brighten them up, colorful?
Everything goes. As far as edible plants, that's really a hot item now. You can do, all
Even in a
kinds of
smaller
things.
pot?
Even in a smaller pot. You
mean like herbs and things like that?
You could do herbs. We're doing microgreens now. You name it, we'll grow it.
And then you can just walk out on your patio, pick it, and eat it that night.
Sure.
I love that.
Lettuce bowls, that's really fun.
Another question I have, because last year when you were on, we talked about that fungus that hit impatiens.
Yes.
And they were not a good flower to plant last year.
Right.
Is the fungus still a problem?
It unfortunately still is a problem, but there are many choices that you can, supplement and still get color in those shady spots.
And Ned, that's where you all come in, right? If someone comes in and says, I have a shady spot, I used to have impatiens, and now what can I do? You can help them.
Sure, absolutely. And we have staff there that can help them right along the way. There's just so many choices, and there are certain types of impatiens that are actually resistant to the fungus, and so those will be used too.
Yeah.
Pansies, I see. That's a hardy flower. Ned, I loved the remark you said. I go, yeah, pansies last. Even when there's snow on the ground, they're still popping up. And what did you say?
Yeah, I said, well, pansies, sometimes people, refer to as pansy as somebody that is,
Kind of spineless.
Spineless, yeah, but in reality, they're one of the toughest flowers around. That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Yes.
And this beautiful flower, Shelli, right in the middle. It almost looks like it's fake. It looks silk or something because it's such a beautiful color. But it's real.
It is. It's an Iceland poppy. Beautiful flowers, fragrant. It comes in various shades. There's yellows, whites. Really
And that hardy too in this climate?
They are. You can get a good 3 years out of the individual plant, but they do reseed, and I've seen patches of just...
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Field.
Before we go, real quick, you have a spring event coming up,
Yes.
Ned.
Yes, we do.
What's that about?
We're celebrating the first day of spring for the whole weekend, and when we first planted it, we expected a little bit better weather than what we're having now, but nevertheless, we've got You know, we have seminars, we have tours, we have beautiful flowers to look at, we have snacks, just a fun time. People come out.
Not too early to
it's
come
spring
visit you.
It's spring
It's
inside.
spring inside.
It's
that's
spring
right.
inside.
Absolutely, yes.
I love that. Thank you both for making my day. Nice to see you.
Thank
you.
Coming up next on Daytime.